Okay, there we go. Audio looks okay in comparison to my voice. Looks good. Maybe bring that down just a smidge. Okay. And we are back, everyone. Another day. Skeletal subject is changed. Alright, how do I want to paint this picture, I suppose? Justin Norris, welcome back. How are you doing today? Nice. What game? Let's see. Next paragraph would be like either... Chugay Battlegrounds. I see. I don't know what that's about. Ah, I see. A wrestling game. The drawings, you mean? I thought they were pretty good. Getting the proof of concept, the imagery out. Are you planning on developing your illustration skills, or are you planning on like commissioning them, or is that how you plan to have them in the books? Also, don't mind this gobbledygook. This is what I do when I'm like stuck on an empty paragraph and I don't know what I want to write because I have a few ideas. I literally just spew my thoughts onto the paper until it kind of clicks. Let's see. I do like to draw myself, but have never been over the top and have never done to contact someone for commission. So, okay, I'm assuming that's saying like you've never been over the top with your drawing practice, but you have no experience commissioning someone. Is that what you're saying? Like you draw as a hobby, but not professionally, but you've no experience with commissions. Is that what that paragraph is? Let's see. Back is not liking me today. But I do think it is silly that books all go like, oh, look at these magical races. Are they interbreedable? Most of them, no. Okay, that's not really... They're different species. They're different sapient species. That's not... do. Okay, so we're going with the focus here. Rune is an adventurer mage. So he needs to be practical and hard to lose. Oh, yeah, I like to draw, but I've hit a snag, and yes on the... Okay. Etsy's a pretty good place to start. You want to generally try to go for places with a lot of reviews, and you want to comb through them to make sure they are actual reviews. But when you're going for your first commission, you want someone who has a lot of good reviews, particularly one who has a lot of good reviews that emphasize their ability to understand what you're trying to say, because it's your first commission. You're not going to be the best at expressing what you want necessarily. That is a skill set. And a lot of commissioners, the way of intuitively understanding what you want versus what you say is also a skill set. And in you can't blame someone for making what you asked for, but it not being what you wanted. So the best way is to try to find people who are really good at making what you want. So I would look for reviews like that. Etsy is pretty international, and they have some protections on their aspects of it. So you can look for places where the regional pricing is in your favor, because like the US dollar or the European dollar is worth more in comparison. But most importantly is you want to find someone whose style fits whose natural style on their profile, like their portfolio, I mean, fits your idea for your character. That way, you're not asking them to change their drawing style to accommodate you. And their natural habits will reinforce your vision. That would be my advice. This PNG is a commission, for example, but it's actually a spliced. This was not a commission that went out to how I hoped. I wonder if I still have, with what I picture as old portrait paintings. Oh, so you want the illustrations to look like a World War I kind of like picture painting depiction of them. Is that what you mean? Yeah, okay, so that kind of realistic style, I mean, obviously it's doable, but it is going to be more expensive, obviously. But the same advice stands. Look for the realistic style, look for people who can, even if it's not fitting the, like, color tones and palettes, whose line work and detail work approach fits that photo image kind of framework, and then they can kind of shift the tone to better suit the narrative of a World War I picture. But obviously, you know, high detail images like that are going to cost a lot. Probably, if memory serves, I would think for a realistic style portrait, half body would be like 100 to 300 range per, which sounds like a lot, but that's pretty fair considering the hours. That or the Adventures of Tintin style. I don't know what the Adventures of Tintin are. Let's take a look-see. The Adventures of Tintin. I mean, I don't... Let's see if I can find images, Adventures of Tintin. Assuming you're going by the illustrations for like the books. Those are definitely going to be cheaper because they're lower detail. That is a fairly unique style though. But yeah, I mean, I could see those working too. Were you developing your own art style to be closer to the Tintin? Oh, interesting. Okay. Let's move this ramble down and out of sight. That may be handy to compact to for a little bit, so let's just tack this there. Now I know where that starts and ends. Yeah, I don't like any of that. Okay. No. Okay, there we go. Do I lead an arcane focus? I can't decide. That's too wordy yet. I'll read back on that later. So what drew you into the surprised to see someone attempt to merge the two. What was the inspiration for that? Memories. Imagery. Sensations and recorded data. I spell. Well, I grew up with American comics and superhero shows, but since more recently I haven't been liking modern DC or Marvel stories, I shifted more towards shonen anime and like the art style, so having a mishmash of both together just happened accidentally. Fair enough. A lot of people are in that boat where they've grown a little bit more tired of the American comic structure. That was my start into the shonen genre. I don't really watch much shonen anymore, but that was definitely my start. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Greetings, number 13. How are you doing today? Welcome in. Let me catch up on chat. I got into a paragraph. Awesome. Happy to hear you're doing well. Don't get me wrong, still enjoy the occasional run of superhero comics, just the prices really are what... Aha. Yeah. That's fair. Like the most recent comic I have. Whoa! That's... Yeah, that is kind of crazy. Good on you though for buying it. I don't actually like get the hard copies. I just kind of like find the translated novels. Get it by the book. So what have you been up to today, number 13th? Why does that remind me of like... Was the guy's designation 13th or 33? By a fan with too much time. A fan with too much time. Death. Krieger. Lucky. Let's see if I can't. Now this is gonna bug me. Make sure it has me. Playing games? I mean, nice. Well, I mean, initially the 13 made me think of Friday the 13th. But there is an awesome, like, channel story by a fan with too much time, Star Wars versus Warhammer 40k. And there is a Deathcore Kriegsman who has a name. I don't remember if it's 13 or 33. And it's bugging me. Yeah. Well, oh well. I need to get back to the stream. Oh. I see. All right. Myself a compliment. Let's see. I am quite capable.
And his name is
John Cena. I am quite capable of picking myself up after hardships. I consider that a good trait. And that is a compliment to myself. Thank you for the redeem, Vast. How dare you? And welcome in. How are you doing today? Well, shit. I was hoping. Good. My day has been a mix. I slept in way too late, even though I was trying to bring my sleep schedule back in order. Someone very important to me had a very, very rough day today, and I am worried about them. And now another good friend of mine is having a rough day, it appears. So my day is mixed. I am sorry that yours is pretty bad. What's been going on? Just your hands? That sucks. Mental. Obviously, mental. I don't know why I went my hands versus mental health. Yeah, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that, Fast. Yeah, empty skull up in here. Let's see. Oh, I don't know. How big is Fireball in D&D? can give an homage to D&D. "20-foot radius? Okay. 20 feet out. Free direction. Blasting away the morning chill." Was what remained at the center. The shattered, brittle, crystalline remains of a skeleton. Frozen skeleton. What? Oh. Oh dear. Okay. Ara chat. Thank you for the redeem. And there we are. Your Ara. I mean, you're not going to get a good pick from me. I don't know anything about wrestling, but you are welcome to. I'll give you an answer. It won't be the right one or a good one, but I'll give you an answer. Sergeant Slaughter or Ricky the Dragon Steamboat? I am going to say that you ought to go for the Dragon. Why not? Well, I'm happy to have been able to make a deciding vote. stretch. Thank you for the stretch. Much appreciated. Oh, and hydrates. Very well. I will be right back. As I need to get the water. And I have returned with water. Thank you for the hydrate. Let's see. No additional redeems. All right. Yeah, sleepy. I feel like I was doing something prior to this. What was it? There we go. Oh, they aren't? Well, I need to fix that. I'll have to get them in here for a second, though, to do that. Sorry for the tangent, guys. One moment. There we go. There we are. Hello, hello. And done. Now, if you would say one more thing, should update. You like pickles, huh? Nice. Got a satisfying crunch. Pickles do? Very nice. I was surprised to find that you weren't already VIP'd, BB, so I wanted to correct that. But it does not like selecting a name that isn't in chat. Welcome back, Justin. You're just in time. Hey. And let's get that shout out while I have you here.
A day to celebrate.
It's hard to drag a Viviette out of lurking.
There.
If you like laughs and wholesome vibes, this bean over here is a great streamer. You should check him out. Alright, how's the writing going? Oh, it's going pretty well, I'd say. I am writing out the description for Helheim. Rune's pioneering science magic, which is basically a more efficient fire magic by transferring heat out of something. So it freezes a target, but also makes a bomb. Yeah. I do kind of like how it came out. I figured Helheim would make a good name because in Norse mythology, hell is cold, if I remember. But in a lot of variations of mythology, hell is hot. So the fire that's burst out makes you think of hell, but Helheim is the reality of it being frozen and devoid of all energy. So I thought that was a good name. And as an homage to D&D, I made the radius 20 feet. Though I might change that as I go back in editing. I don't know if I'll keep it that. I believe this will set a decent introduction segment of the introductory short story. I think the rising action will be... See, I love how it thinks unappointment versus just it being an E. Oh. It's applying it to all. There we go. Breathes fire so hot it freezes? What? Oh man, I haven't gotten into that one. Dang. Interesting. All right, so I think that'll do. And then, really? You can't figure out Russell from Russell? Bro, come on. I know autocorrect from like 3 years ago had that down. What is up with you? Come on, bruh. Let's go with middle alignment. Get that in. I'll serve that as a personal division, because now we get into the rising action of the short story, where they push him down the path of the Void Mage by suppressing his magical study. closes that off nicely. With 4 minutes left, I don't feel inclined to start into the next one more than just kind of maybe... Well, I just got beat by Gronk. He one-punched you in a wrestling game? That doesn't seem like enough health points wise. I'm surprised. Does Gronk get crits or something? I don't know. Yeah, I like how this came out. Did I get over a page? Nice. So the next segment It was in a rumble and he knocked me out of the ring and thus made me lose. Ah! I see. The other approach. Let's see. Just unlocked a wrestler. Congrats. Thinking for the story purposes. What? Oh, that's fine. There we go. There. I think I'll... 3 seems the best for the story, though it does seem a little ludicrous, perhaps, but not so far-fetched. I think it'll do. I'll probably go with 3. That is an hour and 4 minutes, huh? Okay. Let's start looking into who to raise. Who we got for writers on today? We have... Oh, Game of Tomes is on. Nice. That's always a good one. So, I think that is what we will go for. Gonna go with this. Ouch. Stretch. Okay. And 1, 2, 3, 4. That will be the follower one. This one is for subscribers, but to be clear, you can get it very easily. It is only 80 points. I said as cheap as possible because I want everyone to be able to partake in the raids if they wish. All right. Those are our raid messages. Follow or subscriber. And we are going to raid Game of Tomes. And as that queues up, thank you all very much for tuning in. I hope everyone that has had a rough day gets a better day as it progresses. I hope everyone who has had a good day that it continues to go well. Thank you for tuning in, and please, stay awesome. Have a great day.